Hi, this is Relationship Buzz, and I'm your host, Mama Motormouth. I do requested videos from clients and viewers just like you. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Now, you can leave a comment telling me your related experiences from the video and the topics in which you would love for me to discuss in later episodes. I do post weekly, but if you guys have requested similar questions, then I'll start posting more than one within the week in order to be able to answer your questions. I do believe that knowledge is power, and the quicker we learn about certain problems and situations, the better off we are. So we'll just see how that goes. But excuse me, I will be doing excerpts from my book series that I am writing on relationship experiences gone wrong. I-86, that is not the name of my book that I'm writing. That'll just be the name of the episodes in which I'll be doing. I'm not going to share the name of the book right now because I don't want anyone to steal, the publishing rights for that name. Because for right now, I do see that, no one has that. So I want to be able to try to keep that safe right now. But nowadays people do have self-proclaimed titles, but I really don't identify myself as that. I do have 15 years worth of teachings on relationships and marriage counseling, which I do provide that information to my friends and clients, in which the information promotes a healthy relationship. So the combination of the experiences and the teachings is really what makes any person feel qualified to be able to share the information on basically how to get it right. So I'm cutthroat, but at the same time, I'm compassionate, and my personal relationships and in transmitting information, as far as like in my counseling sessions. I learned plenty at an early age from the experiences of my siblings. I knew, like from watching them, what I would and wouldn't put up with. But at the same time, their relationships really didn't give the overall of everything that I would have to encounter. Only a fraction, so I had a little bit to go off of, but really not enough. So overall of everything that I encountered, and everything that they encountered at that time when I was young, that was only a fraction, so I still ended up having to go through and learn on my own, and I made decisions to do what I did and to put up with what I put up in every relationship, even though I knew better and I pretty much knew if the outcome would be negative or positive. But I did do it on purpose in order for me to know, what it felt like to be able to relate to the feelings of my friends and other people that I know I would hear complaining about their mates and their situations and their relationships and stuff like that. I know, that you really can't give your opinion or talk about anything, or any situation with anybody, else about what they're going through until you've been through it. So I made sure that I experienced those things so that I would know how they felt, and that way they could still sort of qualify me to be able to talk to them or be able to mentor them, or even with me being able to write this book, because I've really experienced a lot. And I mean, when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I feel that others do it all the time. They have these self-proclaimed titles, in which I'm not looking for a self-proclaimed title. I'm not calling myself PhD doctor or anything like that. I just feel that with everything that I've been through, that to me, I feel like I said, it just qualifies me to be able to share my experiences, because basically that's life on its own. You go through things, so you'll be able to share it with other people and tell them what you had to encounter, or the forks in the road, so they don't make the same mistakes that you made. But basically all of my relationships, you can pretty much say, were experimentation, so I would know basically how it felt. And it's been some years, but I guess knowing what I know, now it's sort of hard as far as like being in a good relationship, because the thing about it is, people, regardless of the age, they're still being very, very immature. And I do see now that the younger generation, which are the people that are in their 20s, in their early 30s, are the ones that basically getting it right. They have it right. You have the ones that are in their late 30s, 40s, early 50s. You have a lot of them that have not gotten it right yet, you know what I'm saying, or they're still wanting to play games and stuff like that. But I do, kudos, congratulations to the younger generation, because like I said, that they're being more mature and more responsible, than a lot of the adults, now. On this channel, basically, anything goes. Whatever questions you have, from dating and marriage, bedroom tactics, you name it, the list goes on and on. I've discussed it already to my clients and to my friends, and to a lot of people that I have came in contact with. So I felt that doing this channel right here, I will be able to dedicate those particular counseling sessions and questions and stuff like that. I can dedicate that to you guys, because to me, I feel that knowledge is power. And in my 10-year stint, in which I've been taking 15 years of the counseling conferences, marriage counseling classes, relationship classes and stuff like that, by the time I really got my foot in it, I say after the first 5 years, I think I felt that I knew enough where I could share that information. And at that time, I started in and out the relationships, and just sort of learning the different relationships and stuff like that, and people and attitudes and stuff like that. So in between the time of me taking the counseling and stuff like that, I mean, or the classes and the teachings, that really helped me to be able to be like, oh, that's why you did A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or that's why you're acting like that. So really in between the dating and talking to the people and taking the classes at the same time, it put the two and two together for me. So it made it much more easier for me to be able to understand what they were talking about, even in the classes and stuff like that. I do feel that there are two sides to every story. I tell the truth, but for the most part, I also use a two-side spectrum, where I see it from the male's perspective, I see it from the female's perspective, or vice versa, whatever. I want to make sure that you get the truth, but you still get two sides to a story, because there's always two sides to the story. It's always a different point of view. Everyone has a different vantage point to whatever the situation is. So with me giving more than one point of view, you may hear me say a lot of times, or you may hear me say a lot of people, but you will never hear me say all women, or all men, or all. No, I won't say all, because I know that there is a certain percentage of people that actually does get it right. Put yourself in whichever situation you want to put yourself in. If you want to be in that percentage that don't get it right, okay. You want to be in that percentage that does get it right, okay. If the shoe fits, wear it. But I just feel that like I said, I don't think that everyone needs to be put or categorized in the same box. I think that that's prejudice, whether it's male or female, gender wise, or whether it's talking about a situation, you know what I'm saying, or whether it's whether you're talking about a thing or a place. I just think that that's just prejudice to be able to say all, because I wouldn't want anyone putting me in that box as far as like all women does this, or all men does this. No, it's not all, so don't hit me up with those crazy comments saying that you said all, and don't put everybody in the same category because I didn't do that, and da da da. No, because that's not what I'm doing. I wouldn't do that. But like I said, at the end, you just go ahead and put whatever I talk about. I pretty much know that there's someone that has already been through that, or that's going through that. So basically, just comment what you're going through, or what you would like for me to talk about, or a question, or answer to a question that you have. So I have no problem with that.